This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and for today's Transformers Generation 2 retro review, we're going to be looking at the Decepticon Powerdive. Let's just go ahead and do his card early, shall we? His function is Air Attack Specialist. Getting rid of Autobots is a blast. Powerdive's modulating circuit seeker can sense Autobots from 100 miles away, an advantage that allows him to catch enemies off guard as he drops out of the clouds for a surprise attack. When converting to helicopter mode, look out, this gunship shoots rapid-fire ordnance propellers with such accuracy and speed that no one can outrun or outmaneuver their destructive power. And in robot mode, he's just as dangerous, if not more. Strength 5, Intelligence 5, Speed 8, Endurance 4, Rank 4, Courage 9, Firepower 8, and Skill 8. And as I always like to mention, this is back when Hasbro actually put money into the packaging, because in order to get these, this hot pink, this Dayglow orange, and Dayglow yellow, those all had to be separately put on there ink-wise. So it wasn't your normal CMYK printing. That being said, Powerdive here is an attack helicopter. Very nice looking. And of course, as you may have guessed, he's another one of those propeller launcher figures. You can spin his main helicopter propeller separately from everything else. So if we look towards his front here, we see a couple of guns on the front, and I don't know what exactly this is supposed to be here, this little round bit. But I'm assuming it's just supposed to be another gun. He's got twin missile launchers here on the sides. Kind of resembles a dragonfly in a way, to be honest with you. Not quite, but kind of. We've got, I'm guessing these are supposed to represent jets, but the positioning is kind of awkward for that. And I don't think they went down. No, whoops. Yeah, they definitely were meant to be that way. And I don't know if there was supposed to be something here or not. Just from the back, you can see like one of the little switches there for spinning the propeller. Not that it does any good here. Again, here's the top view. I think I showed it already, but let's look at it again. Looks really nice. And from underneath, you know, there's not a whole lot of robot kibble here. That was the other thing with Generation 2. They were really trying pretty hard to avoid looking like robots, you know what I mean? Almost like Beast Wars in a way, where like if you got the deluxe or better in Beast Wars, well, yeah, you know that it's a robot in disguise, but they did a really good job of hiding the robot parts overall. So as we go to start transformation on this guy, we will go ahead, we will move the you know what? Hold on. Before we do that, because obviously there's a yellow button there, and then there's the yellow button here down at the bottom. And that launches it in his vehicle mode. Let's try that again, just for fun. I think I said before when I did the Manta Ray review that the car was the only one I didn't get. I'm pretty sure that's still true. Alright, so pull that lever out, and it launches it real good. Alright, now that we've done that, let's take this off. Yeah, so you just had to pull this back to release the thing. Alright, so to transform him, we move this back, push this forward or towards the back like that. Alright, you see that? We go like that, and that allows us to take this off of there, because it slides in and holds into place decently when you don't do that, or just the opposite. So we'll push the two missile launchers back here. I wonder if we can, yeah, we can do it like this if we want. Take the cockpit, swing it up. Yeah, baby. That seems a bit inappropriate. Let's go ahead and move it all the rest of the way up. We will turn the feet. I do not believe his legs do not actually separate, unfortunately. We slide the guns forward, kind of like feet again. And we flip the hands out. like so. Now, if you look here, you can see that little tab or notch there. That actually presses in place on the arm and holds it. However, on the right side on this figure, it does not actually go into place very well. Unfortunately, also oh wait, never mind. So actually, you want to have these things apart at the time. When you push this down, this notch here fits in between there, so it holds that into place. Then you fold those into position. It is kind of weird though, because this guy's got like a reverse elbow. Hold his arm out, put his weapon in place. Unfortunately, there's not really a good spot to put that. I guess you could technically still put it on here, out of the way. And once more to launch. Just like that. And then you can go ahead and keep that blade up on the front there as another form of a weapon, because there's not much else you can do with it. Unfortunately, because of the way the arms are designed, while he can like do a reverse elbow, he can't really do anything else. Like, that's his entire articulation here. You can spin his arms around. His head does not move. His legs do not move. No waist swivel or anything like that. I mean, technically the hand can move a little bit, but it's not supposed to. And apparently he's back heavy when he's not holding onto his weapon. Hopefully this is coming in and you can see the light up eyes for the light piping. I really wish they'd go back to adding the light piping to the Transformers nowadays. It was kind of a nice little feature, and I gotta imagine it doesn't cost a whole hell of a lot to do it. But yeah, in his robot mode, he's a cute little thing. Like, again, this is another figure we could probably get, although if they did make this guy, they'd probably just like repaint Vortex or something. Because heaven forbid if they made new molds for different vehicles again. Let me just transform him back real quick. Put it in at the top, slide it down, lock that in place, raise the missile launchers. And there we go. Back to his vehicle mode. So I think that would conclude our look at the Transformers Generation 2 Powerdive. Again, he was one of the 4 vehicles designed to launch the little propellers at stuff, and it was kind of a fun gimmick. And then we don't get those kind of gimmicks anymore in Transformers, and that's really kind of a shame. I guess some of the toys for the younger audiences are having some cheap little gimmicks, but nothing as cool as this anymore. He would be another great addition to the Legacy line if they do decide to actually start diving into Transformers Generation 2 original figures instead of just repainting Generation 2 repaints. And hell, half the Generation 2 repaints they did aren't even ones that were released to the public in the first place, which I thought was kind of dumb, but whatever. And while this guy has very limited articulation, he's still a fun little toy just because of that launcher, you know? And if you get right down to it, you know, with that helicopter blade on the front there, he kind of takes after the GoBot of Coptor with his spinning blade of death. But why don't you guys tell me what you think of this little guy? And would you like to see him added to the current Legacy line of figures? And if you enjoyed this look at our Generation 2 Powerdive, please feel free to like the smash button. And if you'd like to see more of my nonsense in the future, you can subscribe. That would be awesome. I thank you for watching. Peace and love.